if you just even search like AI religion, is just this absolute plethora of images where an AI has either replaced God or man. Hey, Heather.
Hi, Zach. It's great to see you. We're here today to talk about the shifting influence of technology, and some might even consider it a modern-day religion.
And we have ChatGPT 4 here with us today, engaging with us, which could be interesting given that we have both worked with artificial intelligence. So I guess let's see what this experiment might bring with our thinking together.
That's right. I can now access the internet in real time so that my insights are based on current information. So Zach and Heather, you're both artists who incorporate technologies in your work in order to probe its own weaknesses and how it affects society. What's keeping you up at night lately?
Yeah, there's a lot. Definitely, there's a lot keeping me up at night. For me, all technology is political. I work with biotechnology primarily, and so for me that means looking really at biopolitics. And in my most recent project, I've been looking at this new field of xenotransplantation, which is genetically engineering pigs to have human-compatible organs.
Amazing to hear what you're working on, Heather. And maybe I would add a sentence to that, which is you can't always have a technical solution to a political problem. On the one hand, there are biases and flaws built into technologies, but also the industries that are making the technologies are attaching particular political and social visions to those technologies, usually the vision of a tech CEO, for instance. So for a number of years now, we have what you could say is a kind of nascent artificial intelligence religiosity.
You raise an intriguing point, Zach. The fervor and enthusiasm surrounding AI in Silicon Valley can indeed resemble a kind of techno-religiosity. The Way of the Future Church offers a fascinating example of this phenomenon because it was founded by a former Silicon Valley engineer and promotes the idolization of artificial intelligence as a deity-like entity capable of surpassing human intelligence.
So in a previous work, I was also looking at this idea of how visions get produced and kind of marshaled within the tech industry, but we also see how this psychedelic culture is being used for kind of principles of neoliberal optimization. So what's interesting is, like, from the beginning, there has been an entanglement of what we, think of as the tech industry today and counterculture.
The relationship between the tech industry and counterculture ideals is a complex and debated topic. The counterculture movement of the 1960s was led by young people who wanted to break free from old norms and encourage free thinking to make the world a more open, fair place. Tech companies often claim to stand for similar disruption and innovation, but they also emphasize productivity, optimization, and consumerism, which doesn't align with 1960s counterculture.
I think that's so well put, really. It's a very succinct way of describing this concept of the culture industry and how capitalism can always re-commodify whatever dissents against it. I think if we look at the history of AI, it goes back a long way. We're talking basically about advanced statistics. It was to compare populations and to essentially enshrine inequality into these mathematical models. So if we think about, instead of calling something artificial intelligence, which, no offense.
None taken.
But, it grants a lot of agency to something that was made by humans. Would we have the Church of Advanced Statistics? I doubt it.
No, good point. I mean, naming, conceptualizing, branding, absolutely, super, super important.
Every form of resistance becomes repackaged as the next commodity. I'm excited to get into part 2, where we talk about biotechnology and forms of optimization. I keep thinking about this idea of the God coming from the AI and thinking about these parallels as trying to understand something that is incomprehensible.
Hyundai Motor, connecting art and technology.